So, you guys all know that the house is so close to finish work. Drywall is almost done in the rest of the house. Prepped for tile. The flooring is being decided. Cabinets are getting ordered, stuff like that. Which is awesome, but this back bedroom, basically the sheetrock was holding the wall together. I basically just pushed it over with my hand. Back bedroom, it's been lagging a lot, but decided to just knock it out since I had the inspections passed for the roof and the insulation behind me and all that good stuff, so I can actually cover it all up with sheetrock. Well, I had one wall here that was the old sheetrock, and I thought I was going to be able to save the old sheetrock. There was no mold, no water damage, even though this roof was leaking for years. Yeah, so it's actually pretty good. And I thought I was going to be able to save it. So, long story short, I can't save it because I actually raised the roof line a little bit. So I have this strip of gap between the old sheetrock and where the new roof is. And I realized it has like an 1/8 inch layer of plaster on it. And the mesh tape was causing it to crack, and it just was nasty. So, and it's a tiny section, so I just wanted to put new sheetrock. So, tore off the old sheetrock, and the wall behind that sheetrock was not really great. There was an old window there, not actually the glass pane, but the frame. Original, it looked like, and it was rotted and just terrible. I basically just pushed it over with my hand, and it wasn't bolted to the floor. Yeah, all kinds of weird bad stuff. So I keep looking down here because I just see the remnants of it. But anyway, so I kind of have to rebuild that wall. I already tore it all out and demoed it and cleaned it all, and I already bought the lumber. So this video is just going to be a little update for this tiny little wall that needs rebuilding, even though I thought I was totally done rebuilding, framing, doing all that kind of stuff, but it turns out I still got a little bit left. So yeah, I need to reframe the corner here with the closet and a little bit of the wall in between the mudroom and the closet, and it should be way better than it was before. Really easy framing job. I got brand new roof to nail to. I got my hammer drill into the concrete and anchor that. Yeah, it's gonna be like just a really quick and easy thing, but sets me back a day, which is unfortunate, but I actually kind of like framing. This finishing work is kind of scaring me, so yeah, let's get to the time lapse. Okay, so now that everything's clean, I'm gonna take my trusty laser and this will give me the plumb line for the wall. So I just hit a few buttons here, right there. Yeah, so basically I put the laser on self-leveling mode and then stick it on the ground where the other wall plate was, and then that gives me, you see up there, nice line, blocking it a little bit there. Yeah, so now that gives me a laser line down the wall, on the floor, and then that way I can not have to really plumb the wall. I just nail the bottom board down, nail the top board, and then stick frame it, you know, cut the studs right, and then toenail the studs in. Yeah, piece of cake that way, isn't it? Was I out of focus that whole time? Sorry, it's dark in here. Let me show you what I got going on. We have the bottom of this wall in, the bottom plate, screwed in with these guys right here. These are what I use just because that's what I have right now. And this plate over here, you can see I kind of took a little bit out of that one just so they sit nice and they're tied in together. And then I got the top plate up on this one and that one, and they're all pre-marked. So that way I can just measure, cut a bunch of studs, and be done with this wall. So most of the hard work is done. Now just cutting a few studs and then nailing them in there. So it's getting kind of late, but I think I can knock it out. Also, you can see I need to get a little bit of concrete, fill in this gap right here. It was concrete patched before, but it just kind of chunked out when I took out that old wall. So yeah, need to do that too. But this little speed bump is not setting me back too much, so. Okay, so I got a lot of the studs in, and I just want to show you what I'm doing here. So I know the pitch of my roof is about 6.25 degrees. So I have to cut these studs at a 6-degree angle, give or take, to make them fit nice. So you can see I strike one line, and then I just angle my square 6 degrees up on there, strike another line, and then cut it. And you can see they're fitting really good. See if I can fit through here with the camera. Oh, it's dark. Yeah, so they're a little bit tight, but that's exactly what I want. If they're a little bit loose, they're a pain to nail in because the nail gun just shoots them all over the place. So if they're tight, you tap them in, and then the nail gun does it really good. The other studs, I'm gonna have to cut that 6.5 degree angle, but the other direction on the stud. So that cut will be straight with the square, but then the saw, I'll have to tilt the slide of the saw 6.5 degrees to get that same angle for that other wall, since it goes, that wall is parallel to the direction of the slope. I'm really happy that this is a new wall now, even though I didn't really want to redo all of this. It's gonna be much better. So yeah, final stretch here. I don't know if I'll get to nailing them all tonight because it's like 8 o'clock. I'm getting a little bit hungry, but that's probably why I'm rambling on too. So anyway, I think we're done for today. Alright, so as you can see behind me, this project is well finished. Well, the framing anyway. It's been a few days. I did a lot since since I framed this wall. I kind of forgot to close out that video about framing. I was re-watching my footage and it was just a little bit inconclusive. I just basically said, yeah, this is really easy. So I just wanted to make an outro for that. The wall's done, and as you can see, it's fully insulated. This is rock wool for sound deadening, and then this is rock wool for exterior walls, you know, insulation. But it's done. It's about half sheetrocked and looking good. Oh, sorry, there's stuff hanging. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that project. It was really only maybe a 2-day project. So I'm happy with that, even though it was a speed bump I wasn't expecting, but that happens all the time. I'm just glad I know how to fix that relatively easy. So now the mudroom, the bedroom, and the closet are just right on that track to finish work. I ran out of sheetrock. That's why it's only half sheetrock. You can see a little bit in here. Got some on the ceiling, some on the walls, but I ran out, so. And I sold my truck, so I'll have to figure out how to get more here. But anyway, yeah, the bedroom just needs sheetrock, mud and tape, and then a floor. So that's really close. So yeah, don't be afraid to reframe a wall. If you're in the middle of a remodel, or I don't know, you've lived somewhere forever and you're like mine, your mudroom and your closet border, and you want more closet space and less mudroom space, or vice versa. Yeah, do your research to figure out if it's load bearing, but reframing an interior wall is so easy. Even on mine there was some electrical. If you know what you're doing, it's really easy. If you don't know what you're doing, you know that, and don't do it, because it's not my fault if you get electrocuted or take out a load bearing wall and your whole house falls on you. Nobody wants that to happen to them. But yeah, if you're, say you want to add a wall, man, that is piece of cake. $100 in 2x4s, some drywall. That's a good weekend project. So just don't be afraid of that. That's kind of my motto doing this house is I'm not really afraid of much things anymore, because this house literally had everything wrong with it that could possibly go wrong. Foundation work, floors, walls, tile, all the plumbing, half the electrical, appliances. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next video. Should be tile. I know I said last video would be tile, but this was the next video. But yeah, the next video is tile. I'm looking at it right now, so I promise. See ya.